kicking off. Nerf this, D.Va Online.
What's up, nerds? Nerd here. It's been a while since you've seen the channel mascot. Don't worry, she's doing well. Today's video is going to be a bit different though. Today we're going to be discussing the Overwatch figures that have been released to date. Mainly the D.Va statue. So the D.Va statue is right behind me, unopened. We're going to open that together. I don't really collect figures, but the Overwatch figures are an exception because they are extraordinarily well made. I got the Reaper statue a few weeks ago, and I'm like, wow, this is kind of over the top. They're really big. They're made out of like some ceramic-y type material. And yeah, I just love the design, so I've been collecting them ever since. I have a Tracer version 2 statue on the way. So without further ado, let's get into opening the D.Va statue behind me, and we'll discuss it afterwards. Oh my god, this thing weighs like 1,000 pounds! Holy shit! Oh. Alright, the 50-pound box has been moved. Okay, now let's see if my top 500 box cutting skills can come into effect here. Okay, the side supports have been cut off, so now we're going to open the main box. Oh boy, okay, so there is another big box inside of this box. I guess I'm never going to sell this thing, but what if it's broken and I need to ship it back? I can't really ruin the box. I don't have a box big enough to put this box back into. Box inception. We just tip it over and dump it out? Oh no. Oh. Success. Mission success. Oh man. Okay. Alright. There we go. And we'll flip it over. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, so on the first side of the box you can see an up-close picture of D.Va and her mecha. This looks pretty cool actually. Continuing to spin it around, it's very pink. See the Overwatch logo. The classic D.Va spray or player icon. And then a few things about D.Va here. I'll try to bring this closer and then adjust my camera here so you can maybe see. But it says real name, Hannah Song, age 19, occupation, mech pilot, pro gamer, formerly a pro gamer, mind you. Much like myself, just kidding, because I suck. Base of operations, Busan, South Korea, that's maybe how you say that? Affiliation, Mobile Exo Force of the Korean Army, aka Mecha. It's pretty cool. I love this pink and black Overwatch symbol. That's actually pretty baller. So now we can get to opening the actual box. And we want to be careful here because you know this box is huge. I'll probably want to keep it. And maybe do something with some of the artwork on it at a later point. Oh man, but these things are never easy to get out. Alright, step 1 complete. Right away when we open the box we see this D.Va assembly guide. Not that I need it, of course, because I am an astounding engineer, but we'll keep it just in case things get a little messy. I guess the next step here would be to take out the styrofoam because I'm pretty sure we're done with the primary box, so we'll use our boxing dump method from before, and this time be a little more careful not to bend and break a bunch of stuff. Very carefully. Very carefully. Okay, styrofoam's out. In case you're curious, there's a nice big Overwatch symbol on the styrofoam packaging. And then, from my previous figures, I've learned that with this tape, it does take a while. We have to kind of cut through all these little cracks to get this tape out. So I'm gonna start that process now. Okay, the first half of the styrofoam packaging has been taken off. Set that over there. My God, this thing is freaking huge. Okay, maybe I'll bring it up here so you can see some of it. This is what it looks like in the box. All right, it smells like wet paint. Because it probably has an absurd amount of paint on it. Holy God, this thing is huge. I did not realize. Okay, I'm just gonna throw off this packaging. Man, where do we even sit this? God. All right, take out the legs first. Man, this thing is solid. Okay. I didn't know her feet were red. Are her feet really red? We'll take a look at each of these pieces here in a second after I get them out the box. All right. Got the feet. And this is the one we want to be really careful with because this is, I think, the top half of the mecha. And they really wrap these guns in here. I want to be real careful when we lift it out, I feel like. It is a solid contraption. It's like a big egg. And then we need to open up the second half of the box. Second half of the box. Oh, half the D.Va just fell out, but our baby's still safe, and that's what really matters. Oh, that was close. All right, put her here. Most of the stuff stayed locked in here. So warning to you, be careful when you open the second half of that box because the packaging is not locked down, or at least mine was not locked down. Okay. We'll look at each of these pieces here in a second. Just let me get them out. The main thing that shut out that box was a stand. It definitely was not locked down in there. Looks pretty good, pretty clean, well painted. Put that down. Now would also be a good time to get our assembly instructions out as well, I think. All right, so we first have to put the legs into the stand, and we can check out the legs here. Not much to say. Her feet are red. More red accents than I remember from the game. But I like that actually. I like the color red a lot. It's kind of my color. I'm not sure if you can tell, but if you look to the right of the D.Va statue right now, you can see Reaper. Just D.Va's legs are as tall as Reaper's whole body. So we are going to assemble here a massive structure. Looks like next they want us to put the top onto the legs. Gonna blow out these little fuzzy things. Okay. Very carefully align the center post with the insert. Can't really tell if it's in there or not. There's like no clicking sound. Just makes me a little nervous. I guess we'll slowly wiggle it back and forth until I feel confident that it's locked into place. Okay, we'll leave it like that for now. I'd rather not force anything. Now that we've readjusted the camera, the next step is to put on the thrusters. And there are huge mounting brackets on the side of the mech. Those went on fairly easy. They fit nice and snug, that's good, that feels really good. The next thing we have to put on are, I think, our joysticks for actually flying the mecha. It looks like there are little mounting brackets right here for that. Oh, also they're magnetic. They are certainly magnetic, or at least it felt like it was magnetic. There is no real indicator of which goes on which, so I'm just assuming. Perhaps it's the other way around. There is indeed a difference in both of these. One of them has a bigger slot than the other, so this one goes over there, and this one goes over here, and they are magnetic. Next, I'm guessing we put on the little antennae. Those just slip right in. And last but not least, the D.Va statue herself, which, for comparison, if you guys can see here, if we set it next to our Reaper, she about goes up to Reaper's chest, but notice she's kind of kneeling. So I'm guessing if she stood straight up, she would be almost as tall as Reaper. And she sits right on the mecha's arm. Also magnetic. So you can see here, starting at the top, D.Va herself looks really good posing on top of the mecha. I'll try to adjust the camera here as we go. The symbols on her and artwork on her leggings are extraordinarily well done. I'm not sure how someone is that good at painting. I could never do that. The symbols are on her mecha appropriately. Continuing down, we'll back up a little bit. We can see all the fine details are on there. Even the metal of her cannons are shimmering. Really, really cool design there. Let's take a look at the back. The back of the mecha is again extraordinarily well done. You see the artwork and symbols on top of the mecha, and then behind the mecha, as you would expect, are the normal accents and coloring. And finally, we have the completed structure. Notice how much larger it is than the other statues. It really is a piece of art. Rather expensive, but I think if you have the extra funds and you really love the game and you really love D.Va, will probably be the best piece of merchandise you can buy from the Overwatch store. If you like this, maybe I'll do the Tracer unboxing as well once that gets here, and then we'll line up all four of the statues and take a look at them. Alright, see ya!